Hello Milky friends, happy Friday, Milk still here with you for another Idol Heroes video. I hope you are well and safe. This week we are here to talk about the leisure vacation event, which if you're kind of wondering why it's kind of a random event, like what does it actually tie into? Today is actually the National People's Republic of China Day. It's like a national holiday, so they get a holiday in China, and so I think this event basically ties into that celebration. So if you are watching from China, not that I don't think any of you would actually watch me from China because you probably have much better content creators there that speak Chinese. Happy National People's Day. So that's why this leisure vacation event is very much centered around these Chinese cities of Chengdu, Shanghai, Hong Kong, and Beijing. Or Beijing, if you want to say it like every Westerner, like I am. But Chengdu obviously is known for their pandas, and that's it. I think that's where they have their panda breeding programs, and so that's what they're known for, and that's obviously it coincides with the new hero being released. But yeah, this week, it's about the leisure vacation, and that's obviously tied to the Scrolls event, which the key hero here this week is obviously Xiaohu. I actually don't know how to say his name, but that's me not knowing the Chinese characters associated with this individual's name. I'm just guessing it's Xiaohu or Xiaoho. No, that's Cantonese. Xiaohu. Is that right? I don't know. I'm sure someone that actually knows Chinese will be able to say, well, Milk Stew, his name is blah, 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 and therefore you say it like this. I know a lot of people pronounce Xiaa Xia, which is how you pronounce, where is she? Where is she? Xia, where are you? Which is basically how you pronounce. This is how people say her name. Her name is not Xia. Like, there is no Chinese word where you pronounce it Xia. It's Xia or Xia. And so when you go back to the giant cuddly bear, let's just call him Kungfu Panda. So when you go back to Kungfu Panda, and already got his 6-star Kungfu Panda, Xiaohu, yeah, it is what it is. So anyway, when you go back to Kungfu Panda, it's how you say it. It's not Xiaohu, it's Xiaohu, I think. I could be wrong. Anyway, the point of this event is as good as the panda is. I don't think the panda will be any good. Might be good, might not be good. You probably need it for Seal Land. At the very least, I think you'll actually need the panda for... he's already one of the tenants for Fairy Queen Vesa. He's probably going to be a tenant for Aspen, Transcended Aspen, right? So the reality is, because of how important householders are, or tenants are, you're going to have to build it to 10-star at the very least, even if he's no good in PvP or PvE. That's the reality, right? Like, for Xia, the reality is, as much as I don't want to, so if I go to Xia, the reality is I have to get this puppy to E5, Okinamaru, right? There's just no ifs and buts about it. I've seen all the videos put out by everyone on how to get from Vanquisher, like 6, basically finish Vanquisher. You need a fully stacked out house. Upgrade as much as you can. Get all these heroes to basically E5 at the very least, just to have any chance at getting that super strong Xia to basically kill everyone, right? So if Aspen becomes relevant in the meta and you put him in the household, the reality is that bear is going to contribute as a householder. So whether you build it now or later, I'm calling it, you're going to need the bear, right? So irrespective of whether it's useful for Seal Land or is any good for PvP, you're going to need it. So I've already sort of summoned for it. But leaving that aside, the reality is most of you are going to be interested in trying to work out how to get the crown, right? So basically, the gist of this event, for those of you that don't give a shit about anything else, the gist of this event is you got to get these bamboo shoots to go on vacation, because vacation costs money. It's not free, right? And you need 35 bamboo shoots in Chengdu to open one of these presents, these boxes, right? So how do you get bamboos? You get bamboos from doing scrolls, And so if you do the scrolls, if you do a full loop, you're going to get what, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70. So if you do one full loop, you're going to be able to go into Chengdu, and you're going to be able to open, you're going to have 2 out of 8 shots at getting the crown, right? You have a 1 in 10 chance of getting the crown. Obviously, those odds change as you open more boxes or more prizes, because those prizes aren't replaced. So right now, you can see here, I've already opened it 4 times, and you can see I've been supremely unlucky. I've gone on Reddit, I've seen assholes that basically get crowned the first time they open something, and then the bear the second time they open something. I've also seen people, get just up to 4, had 4 shots of this, and they already get the crown, right? The reality is, it's going to take me as many shots as I can get, right? And I've already expended 4. The reality is I'm going to have to buy the $50 prize. So that's the other way to get bamboo, is you can buy bamboo, right? Obviously, duh. And so what are the ways you can buy bamboo? You can buy the bamboo from this package here, this vacation surprise. And I'm going to talk about the value. So $50, you're going to get 60 pieces. The other place that you can obviously get bamboo is the normal value packages. Here we go. Spend $200, they're going to give you 100 bamboo. So the third way to get bamboo is just to complete these points, this vacation party. So if you get 500 points, you're going to get 70 bamboo, which is another 2 shots, right? So if you complete one loop of scrolls, 500 scrolls, and you get all the points up to 500 points, and I'm going to tell you how to get the points now, you're going to get 4 shots at getting the crown. I've expended all 4 shots. I didn't get the crown, right? The reality is, I think, realistically, if you ignore everyone on Reddit, because no one posts what shit luck they have, right? Realistically, it's going to take you at least 4 shots, maybe 5, to get the crown. And the crown is a very nice, very much need to have artifact now. That and Demon Bells seems to be the flavor of the month in terms of the must-have artifacts. Used to be Magic Stone Swords and having a fuck ton of those, but obviously they changed things, and now it's got to do with Demon Bells, and it's got to do with crowns. Might go back to A and B. So that's where we're at. If you want a crown, this seems like a pretty cheap way to get it. But again, it's not guaranteed. I did the 4 shots for the free-to-play player way to get the bamboo. Now I have to pay for it. Now I have to pay to get the crown, basically. And I'm probably going to pay to get it because of just how much the crown is needed in this current meta. So that's how you get the crown, the bamboo. Now, how are you going to get the points to get the bamboo, up to 70 bamboo? So you can obviously, you do heroic summons, and doing 1 loop will get you 250 points. And so you can get up to 400 points. So it's 10 heroic summons is equal to 5 points. So what does that say? You're going to have to do what? Like another, it's 800. I think you can do 800. Yeah, you can do 100, 200. Yeah, you can do 800 max. 800 scrolls max gets you 400 points, and then it caps out. They will not give you any more bamboo. Well, sorry, you won't get any more vacation party points. But I did 250. Then you can summon 40 heroes. Your traditional means the core of the Transcendence creation circle, just summoning out in the summon circle, just where you're using the scrolls. 40 heroes, it caps out at 40. 1 hero is worth 5 points, so 40 times 5, 200 points. That you can get 200 points that way. The other way to get it is to obviously then get 4-star quest, not necessarily finish it. Not that it matters, because when you start it, you're going to finish it over time. And that's basically saying it's 5 points each. So 24-star quests that you have to start over the course of a week. You're probably going to do that, right? That's not a problem. So if you're a free-to-play player, you're probably going to be able to get 200, a couple of 100 points, just no problems. The other way to get points is then through gems. So if you spend 10,000, it's 100 gems is equal to 1 point. So you've got to basically spend 10,000 gems worth of gems to get 100 points here. And so that for me isn't hard, because all I did was I just created 1 resonance gear for an assassin. And that spent 8,000 gems, because I had to go from 6-star to class-specific artifact, then to upgrade that as well. And I'm probably going to finish it off by just buying, every day I buy cores from the marketplace. So if you're a light spender and you're not a completely free-to-play player, you're going to be able to get points that way as well. So you just got to work out what works for you. Like I said, you can get 4 shots for free just through getting points from here, completing this, and doing at least 1 loop. But as I've just shown, even if you get 4 shots, the crown is not guaranteed, right? So you got to be comfortable with that. You got to be comfortable with getting just basically 3 of these travel chests, which are completely useless. You don't get all 3 prizes in there, just so you know. You only get 1. You have to pick one of the prizes. I went for the pink dust because the pink dust is much harder to get. But you have to live with the fact that you're probably going to get 3 of these travel chests, and then you're probably going to get something else, anything except the crown, right? It's gambling. It's not guaranteed. So you got to ask yourself, should I spend 500 now? For me, I'm spending 500 because, you know, I want the chance to get the crown. But more importantly, like I said, because I think that bear, unfortunately, you're going to need the bear to upgrade Aspen, because I think Aspen will be important when the transcended version of him gets released. I have to build the bear to 10 star. So I need copies right now. So whether or not I get them now and here, or I get them with profit orbs, which I'm sure none of us have because we used it last week. So up to you, right? So that's effectively the event for this week. Now we're going to talk about the things that you can buy. The Happy Vacation card is just a no-brainer. I'll show you the math after. So it's 10 American dollars and you get all these things for 7 days. The gem and the glorious relic is not tied to your level, but the gold and the spirit is. So it's going to be more valuable for, I guess, late game players than it is early game players. So for example, simply because you get more gold and spirit, right? So if I show you how much I get, because I'm level 300, I get 30 million spirit and 30 million gold, right? So through level 351, fantastic value for me. But it's just fantastic value for individuals just in general. I did the math on this without the gold and without the spirit, because everyone's got sort of different valuations of that. Then the vacation surprise, $50 package, it says $100 or 98 bucks because I'm Australian. And these are the goodies that you get. Is it worth it? It's still about 500, 550 gems per dollar spent. It's line ball, right? I'm probably going to buy it because I need this damn bamboo just to get the spirit. Not the spirit, to get the crown. And also, interestingly enough, this box has the bear in it as well. So now I can get my bear to 9 star, meaning I'm 2 copies short. Basically 2 profit orb rounds short of getting a 10 star bear, which again, need it for the house, the Cloud Island. But let's just go to the math now. Here we go to the math. Happy Vacation package or vacation card, 10 bucks. Outstanding value, 1,600 gems per dollar spent. Like, it's up there with basically the monthly card and all the other good deals that you can get, the growth plan, shit like that. So don't be cheap. Just, if you're a low spender, it's one of those things that you should absolutely buy. Like I said, I didn't value the golden spirit, so it's going to be more than 1,601 gems per dollar spent, right? It's whatever you value golden spirit at. But at the end of the day, and this amount varies, right? This amount varies. That's what I get, guys. So I get $30 million, 30 million gold, 30 million spirit a day. Times 7 is 210, right? I didn't calculate it because it's completely different for everyone, right? The value of gold is different for you depending on what VIP level you're at and what level you're at. And the volume that you get is also different depending on what level you're at. That's why this 1601 is exclusive or excluding the value of golden spirit, right? So at a bare minimum, it's already an outstanding deal just based on the amount of feathers and gems that you're going to get. If you go to the vacation surprise package, it's $100, and you're going to get 10,000 gems, scrolls, gold, bamboo, blah, 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 blah. I didn't value the gold, the bamboo, or the gold. Bamboo is, how do you value the bamboo? The problem with the bamboo is look, there's value in it, but you can't buy it for gems, right? So then you're asking yourself, well, what can I buy for 35? Or let's call it, let's just say that's worth 1, maybe 2 shots, right? It really depends on what you get, right? Because if you are unlucky enough like me just to get the first 2 travel chests, then this bamboo is completely worthless, right? So if you bought this package and then on this, and you get these 2 packages, like these 2 travel chests with it, then you've wasted money. That bamboo is completely useless because the items here, I would argue, completely useless. Completely useless. It's useful, but in the realm of things that you can get with money, like no one spends money to buy gold, spirit, and or the pink dust, right? That's just the fact. So that's why I didn't value it here. We don't need to see all the prior sheets. So then if we go here, how much is it worth? Like I said earlier on, about 517 or 518 gems per dollar spent. So it's like a third the value of the $10 card, but that's the nature of it. So 500 gems per dollar spent. It's line ball. Everything that we've seen in the past few weeks has been about between the 500 and the 550 mark in terms of gems per dollar spent. So it's up. It's equivalent, right? It's equivalent. It's as good as all the other shit that we've seen in the past week. If they didn't have it with a bamboo this week, I probably wouldn't buy it because everything else on there is useless to me. But because this week they do have the bamboo, and I really want the crown, and I think effectively, if I can get the crown with this remaining 60 bamboo, then I'm effectively paying $50 for a pay to win artifact or a crown. That's how I'm rationalizing the spending this week, right? If I don't get it, then I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna make another video about how fucking malicious DH games are, but you know, we'll save that for another time. The only thing I wanted to talk about this week, so apart from that wonderful leisure vacation event, was Tower Oblivion. Increasingly, you know, I don't know if this is what you guys are doing, but I'm just sticking on Nightmare, well, Depth 1, and I'm just basically trying to get through using an entire lineup of the ups. So this is the lineup I use to get through level 15. So I've got a stack of bonuses, right? I got like whatever, like 5 times a bonus. On top of that, you know, I completed Nightmare 3 just using that lineup. So increasingly, this mode, if you're trying to optimize it, and you're probably doing this now, I only just picked up on this, but increasingly, you know, it's not necessarily about just getting to Nightmare 15, Depth 15, completing all 15 stages and then doing all the nightmares. Increasingly, it's about how much ups you can use to get there along the way, rather than completing a much higher level depth, as far as I can tell with the math. And I need to double check the math. But again, like I said, for me, it's about Nightmare. I don't really care about all the other rewards. For me, the end game is where I'm at now, especially when I'm trying to build a third house. I need the hard rock. There's only a couple of places you can get hard rock. Nightmare is one of them, and Vanquish is the other place. There's nowhere else you can get rock, right? Hard rock. So when I talk about hard rock, I'm talking about that. So for me, how I'm maximizing my hard rock is, so I can smash this Nightmare 5 ways with just a Transcended lineup, no problem. The point is, you've got to try and use as many up heroes as you can to get there. So if I take out, like, I don't know, leave you in there, can I actually complete this using just 2 Transcendent heroes, but 4 up heroes? And so that's what I'm going to spend all weekend doing, is basically trying to use as many up heroes as I can to complete this particular Nightmare level, just so I can get just that bit more rock compared to everyone else. And so you're probably like, well, Milkstore, I'm doing that now, which is good. I didn't do that. So look at, you know, just 4 up heroes. Look, 44 might not seem a lot, but I need 5,000. I'm cheap. So how much hard rock am I away from building my next house? I am... No, get out of here. From upgrading house. So I need 5,000, 2,599. So I'm probably 2 weeks away. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Hope you have a great weekend ahead. Thanks for watching as always. Stay safe.